I love it. I love it. Everything's starting to light it up right now. Let's go. Match the energy, folks. Since I got you here, right? LTL, let me ask you this. Meredith got charged with wiretapping. How do you feel about that?
I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. And like Mikey was saying, the restraining order didn't work. So then we had to dig in, take it fucking criminal. And like, she's someone that she didn't have any trouble before this, right, Mike? She wasn't like a person that was in, she links up and here we go. She's in trouble.
You're right, Brian. Meredith never had any trouble. No. What, the boyfriend before Turtle Boy, she got fired because she told his boss he was a cocaine addict, and then he didn't get the job in New Zealand because she didn't want him to go to New Zealand or Australia? No, she's not a troubled person, Brian. You're right. What are you talking about? The girl that if somebody brings cocaine over, she's got to try it because she likes the smell of it? Oh, she's perfect. Don't worry about all that little stuff.
And since I got you up here, too, I heard that you were willing to fight DeGlera in a boxing ring.
Hey, man. I got a boxing. No, we do it legal.
Why is there so much anger in all these people? Why is it always about fighting? It's like JFK. He wants to fight everybody as long as J-Brill's right next to him. Maybe Brian can put J-Brill in his corner.
He wants to call me a pussy and call me pussy with my face. I told him. I'd pay for his flight. And I know Will's watching. Will, I'll pay for your flight. You can come up here. I'll even pay 1 day of your Airbnb. Come up here. We'll do it legal. There's a boxing gym right down the street from my house. They know who I am. I got it all set up. And you put $2,500 on the line. I put $2,500 on the line. Whoever loses, we donate the money to the gym.
Or you can be like Jess Machado and donate it and not donate it. And you just keep it and go to the casino. And maybe you bet on your next fight there, Bri. Take it from Jess Machado.
God damn,
let's do it.
Clara, what are you doing, man? Come, you said LTL's all this shit. Come fight him.
Jeez, look at how excited JFK got. JFK Showoff almost came in his pants right there. He almost came in his pants. He couldn't believe it. He was thinking about the glare and Brian getting in a singlet and fighting. No, they were talking about a boxing match, JFK. They weren't talking about wrestling on a mat, all right? That gets you excited, I know. But settle down a little bit, okay? You weirdo.
You don't know what I do on my time off.
All right, let's try to figure out what Brian does on his off time. He goes to his bedroom, looks at the ceiling, and he's got that great big poster of Karen Read and her hair blown in the wind, and he sits on his... Oh my, Brian, is that what you're doing in your off time? What is wrong with you, you weirdo? No wonder why you wear glasses now.
I think LTL man's been hitting them mitts, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm betting on LTL. Definitely, I'm putting money on that.
Damn, LTL,
I'm gonna be his corner man.
See, money making Mike. That's why you're losing money. You make stupid bets like this, and then you want to be in his corner because you just want to get next to that old fighting with old Claire and the old LTL, so you're real close. You probably hug him a little bit, in between the rounds, aren't you? Yeah, you get really in there and you just give big hugs, don't you, Mikey? That's what you really like. Get real close to those guys sweating. That's your thing, you weirdo.
I'm gonna be his corner man. I'm loving this.
We got to do it for charity.
5 young jerks.
Thank you.
I'll put $2,500 up. We'll put $2,500 up. We can, and I don't know. Maybe I get my ass kicked, but you know what? We do it like men because that's what we used to do back in the day. I went out to Utah for a summer when I was a teenager.
Brian, we know you never acted like a man in your life. Come on, you're crying all the time. What are you talking about? You're worse than Cryford with your crying. Come on, Bri. You know you've never been a man. The summer of Utah, yeah, like anything really happened there. Come on.
I went into the community out there. When they had beefs, you know what they did, JFK? They put the gloves on and went in the backyard. They beefed it out. And then when someone went down or whatever was over, they shook hands and they walked away and they were men. That's it.
And if you believe old jealous Brian ever went back and shook anybody's hand on anything, and then he sits there and complains about people, he's jealous of everyone, and you're telling me that this guy will walk away and just shake hands if he loses? He's worried about losing every day because he's such a loser.
LTL versus Galera. I mean, and it takes
all the time. We'll find out. Come here. I'll pay your trip. Come here and find out how much
trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go. I'll pay your flight.
Okay, Brian, let's be real about this, all right? You're not paying for anything. You're going to get your subs. You're going to get your 10 little subs that give you money all the time. They'll give you enough money to pay for the $2,500 and plus the flight for the glare. You're not paying for shit. So come on, Brian, cut that out. You know you're not paying for nothing.
Donnie Not Wahlberg with one
Yeah.
LTL membership. I love to see it. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So let me ask you some more questions, man. I seen that you were covering LTL. You bounce around like myself. I seen you covering the Nolan Wells case.
I love when JFK thinks that he's a big journalist and he needs to ask all these questions. He just thinks that he is the #1 man when it comes to everything. Rapping, selling cars, stealing cars, and he never got in trouble for it. Never got a little jail time, but he never got in big trouble for stealing cars. So what does that tell you? Oh, JFK is a snitch. He's a little snitch. That's what he is. Just look at him. You can tell he's a snitch. And then not only that, he just thinks he's a big journalist because he sat on the streets and like interviewed people during the Karen Read thing. So all of a sudden now he's a big journalist and he can ask questions and he thinks he's really good at it because Turtle Boy gave him a pat on the back one time.
How do you feel about that? You think there's corruption involved? Do you know enough? What are you feeling?
I think, like, the way that I look at it, I like the fact that the FBI is involved in it now. I think it's going to be a lot to do with the toxicology and the autopsy. And a lot of people like to jump. They like to say things right away, but we don't know. And I think the toxicology and the autopsy are going to show a lot. And I'm glad that the family is getting an independent autopsy.
Oh, Brian, he's so smart. So smart. Right there, he read that out of a Mississippi newspaper. Somebody else wrote that, and he just used it as his own. That's what Brian's all about in his journalism. Right there. He copies everyone, and then he makes it his own. Boy, he is such a good journalist. Wow. Bri, no wonder why you were such a Joe Biden supporter. You both plagiarize like crazy.
Aside from law enforcement, which is good. And I like the fact that there are some celebrities that are getting involved in helping, but
like you and Crawford, right, Brian? You guys are the big celebrities. Let's get it right. It's like you and Crawford are getting involved, so you're the big celebrities, right? Come on, Bri, say it. We're all waiting for it.
the bottom line is this: when the answer comes, whatever way may be, if this is an accidental drowning and it happened, maybe he was drinking, I don't know.
So you want the families to just like get over it? Is that what it is? Just accept it? Whatever happens, happens? Is that what you're saying? Then what about your brother? Why do you continue to bring him up when it's over, it's done, right? You got to accept it, Brian. But no, you got to bring it up because you got to simp. You got to simp about it, right? You got to make everybody feel sorry for you because of your mentals. Come on, Brian. Do you really believe that? I guess you do. When it's somebody else's troubles, then they just need to move on. They got to accept it.
But we got to accept the answer if the facts and the evidence is all there. I'm going to tell you, JFK, it is a little weird about the cell phone, right?
Absolutely, Bri. Ask a guy that plays around with a cell phone case from his sunglasses if the cell phones are a little weird. Yeah, I would definitely ask him, the guy that looks at the cell phone and goes, hey, Barrows, is it a little weird about the cell phones?
Yes, it is, JFK. It's weird.
So let me ask you this, Mike. So Karen Read is not really saying anything lately. She created a channel.
Wait a second. Come on, Randall. You don't talk to Karen Read no more? How do you know I don't talk to Karen Read? And you think Mike Crawford talks to Karen Read? They are so far away from Mike Crawford right now. They don't even know who Mike Crawford is. JFK, trying to make us believe that Mike Crawford knows what Karen Read is doing. But I bet Mike is putting his singlet on so he can wrestle old Nicky Haircuts. I bet you Mike wants to wrestle him, so he's putting that singlet on, gonna find a mat, and he wants to wrestle old Nicky Haircuts. Old Mike's got a thing for him.
Do you think that her channel is somewhat like in the limbo state by design, or is it because she doesn't want to deal with the culture, aka the cult?
Are you serious, JFK? Seriously? Karen Read had a big part in creating this cult that you talk about, you idiot.
From what I've heard, that she wanted to get like a bigger podcast distribution deal, and maybe it was, that stuff takes time. Where I think if she had just launched it right away, she probably could have gotten that deal. So I think maybe there was some of that and maybe some perfectionism. But I also think the news about this Matt Damon, this movie.
How do you like them apples?
Nick Rocco finally posted. He hasn't been posting lately. Nick Rocco kind of confirmed that Karen is probably working on this Matt Damon movie. So
Just take a good look at these three. Look at them. They think that they're going to be in the movie. They're so happy they're going, oh, we're going to be in the movie. Mike Cryford saying, I'm going to be the farter. And then Bri, he's going, I'm going to be the crier. Tommy, we did it. Oh, Tommy, we did it. Tommy, Dan, get over here. Give me a hug and a smooch. We did it, Tommy. We did it. And then you got old JFK going, how do you know I didn't talk to Karen Reed?
that's probably her focus right now. You know, it could be just like, you know,
Yeah,
forget the podcast for now. We got freaking Matt Damon. He's I mean, you know, Matt. I mean, this is the
Yeah, you know Matt Damon. Come on, JFK. You know Matt Damon. It's not the Wahlbergs, but it's Matt Damon. You know him. Come on, everybody in Boston knows Matt Damon. Come on, you guys. Everybody knows him. JFK's going, yeah, how do you know I haven't talked to Matt Damon?
guy, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. You couldn't ask for, you know, I think it's better than Wahlberg. I mean, Wahlberg is like they're A+.
Uh-oh, look at JFK. He didn't like that. He didn't like anybody putting the Wahlbergs down because he got in the Bentley, remember? Remember that Photoshopped picture that he has of being in Mark Wahlberg's Bentley? He didn't like what Mikey said. He didn't like it when he said that the Wahlbergs aren't A+. No, he didn't. He's a little upset. And he just told Mikey now in a private message, how do you know I didn't talk to Matt Damon or the Wahlbergs? How do you know that, Mikey?
For local and being real and realistic and respected and storytellers. These guys
well,
are
they
storytellers.
did the show Matt Damon. They did City on a Hill
Yeah.
with Kevin Bacon. They had that show. It ran for 2 seasons. City on a Hill. That was a great show with Kevin Bacon being a cop. He was basically John Mulligan. Like they were coming from that space of time in 1993. Yeah, he was basically
Corrupt cop.
Yeah, a corrupt cop. Like it was from that space of time, 93. So it had like, you know,
The 90s.
yeah,
Love
like
it.
that different characters in each character. You know what I mean? Of that time and space. And yeah, they both did that. Matt and Ben, great show, City on the Hill. It only did 2 seasons though. I was kind of depressed. I wanted 3.
Have you ever noticed that JFK reminisces the 90s and mainly 93, 94, 95? He just loves that time and he goes back in it and he just stays there. That must have been a really good time in his life. What, he was probably in jail stealing cars. He was probably doing all that great stuff. What you do when you're living on the streets at Lynn, right? Gotta be. Look at how proud he is of the 90s. It's funny. JFK was a punk back in 93 and he's still a punk and a snitch.
And I'll ask you first, LTL. What do you guys feel about the case? Do you think that they're going to go through with the defamation case on Karen, or you think they're going to drop it and just go for TB?
Hey, look, everybody. It's Phil Donahue asking all the hard questions to LTL, and we really want to know what he's got to say about this because he's a lawyer on the side. He sure is. We want to know what he's got to say. Boy, I'll tell you what, Turtle Boy created a monster when he said that JFK asked the best questions. Turtle Boy created a monster because now JFK thinks, hey, I have a 5th grade education and Turtle Boy tells me I got the best questions and I need to run all these shows because I got the best questions. Come on, everybody. We all know that Karen Reed has distanced herself so far away from Bri because it got a little weird, little creepy with him with the posters and everything of Karen Reed. So we know that Karen Reed has stepped way away from Bri.
They couldn't get her criminally, so they're going to do every single thing they can to try to civilly get her wrapped up in something. Honestly, I'm not like...
Bri loves it when he can say wrapped up Karen Reed. He loves it to put that all together like he's thinking, boy, I could wrap up Karen Reed real easy. That's not creepy, Brian. Don't worry. Nobody thinks that's creepy. But Brian's thinking, boy, I can wrap up Karen Reed. That's all I need to do is get a bottle of Grey Goose and I'll take some more pictures and we'll be good.
I'm not really schooled in civil. It seems like a lot of work. And I think it's going to take a long time. Usually these things do. And who knows? I mean, I don't know. I don't really know.
JFK with the good questions. Stump Brian. Boy, that JFK, he knows how to put the questions out there. Hey, JFK, you better give this one to Mikey, okay? Mikey spent a year with Betterow. So Mikey thinks he's a lawyer now. Yeah. He went to Bridge State. Yeah, Bridgeport State, somewhere like that on a wrestling little thing. And then all of a sudden he got kicked out of wrestling because he smoked too much dope. And he probably smoked a lot of dope when Betterow was on too. But He thinks he's an attorney now because of that year he spent with Betterow. So he'll have all the answers for this one. Come on, JFK, give it to Mikey because Mikey's ready for it.
So the question was about the civil or the criminal? Say that again.
The civil
question?
case, the defamation on the civil, right? The defamation version of it. There's so many. She got like four different lawsuits or something silly.
Right.
Or the defamation case that they're going after both Karen and TB. Do you think they're going to drop it on her and keep it on TB because she's trying to fight to get it dismissed?
Yeah, I don't think anybody is getting anything dismissed, whether it's Turtle Boy on the criminal, Karen in the civil, or the McCabe's and the Alberts on the civil, defense that they're doing in the federal. Like, so that's the weird thing. I can't remember which lawyer. I don't know if it was Nan or Andrew or somebody else, but I had a lawyer come on to talk about this stuff. And one of the things I thought was interesting is they said you could even have mixed results. You could have like the McAlberts win their case on the federal and then have Karen win somewhere else. It could be like, we don't know. This is what's so wild with so many courtrooms. There may not be. It's weird. So who knows? I don't think anything's getting dismissed, though. I don't think anybody's getting their shit dismissed right now.
Okay, I think I've went far enough. You get to about 16, 17, 18 minutes, and you think, that's enough of these three, all right? They are so boring, so boring. JFK thinks that he's a big journalist now because Turtle Boy said he's got the great questions. Bri, he thinks that he's just great because he backstabbed everybody, and he thinks that he is the best of all of them. And then you got Mike that thinks that he is the greatest on earth, even though he's a farter. So, you have enough after about 16, 17 minutes. But I'll look for some more stuff in their 4-hour presentation and see what else we can go over. But for right now, just remember, JFK is a snitch, all right? And the reason why I call him a snitch, look how quick he was to false copyright me. That is a snitch, everybody. It is a snitch from the word go. He's not a tough guy. He's not a tough guy at all. He's a snitch. That's what he is. And then you got Brian, who's just, he loves Karen Read so much, he wishes that he could just date Karen Read. That's what he wants. He wants to show her the pictures that he has of her. And then you got Mike Crawford that just wants to, hey, smoke dope, fight for cannabis in Massachusetts, and then bring Static P back. You got to bring Static P back for a big concert. Get the 50,000 people in there. Yeah, Static P. That's a big one. Whew, that's a big act right there. And Mikey Crawford wants to bring that back. And this time he's going to be out there in a singlet. He's going to be selling cannabis in his singlet, just in case anybody wants to do a little scrapping, because he likes to do that. He likes to scrap. Maybe Cassie G will come out there and scrap with you in a singlet. Mikey, you never know. Hey, everybody, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe to Madstork Media, all right? We're on the rise. All right, we're on the rise. Over 500 subs. JFK never thought we'd get to 500 subs, but we're at 500, and we're going to move up. So please hit the like, the share, and subscribe. And please know that this is all about comedy, all right? I rip on these guys because they are the funniest people on social media. They are so much fun. Look at them. They're a ball of fun. They really are. Thanks again. All right, hit the like, the share, and subscribe. And tell everybody you know Madstork Media is coming. I forgot. I wanted to touch on one other thing. I was watching them live, and JFK had about 165 people in his chat there and views and everything. But as soon as they got done, JFK went up to 3,000, 4,000 people. Bri went up to 1,500. I don't know. The math ain't working, people. The math ain't working. Is this the Lynn math or what's going on? Massachusetts math? What's happening here? The math just doesn't add up. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Back at the project, JFK on the track. Talks a big game, but his career's held back. 50 years old, but he's acting like a kid. Broken old beats are the only thing he did. He runs a whole cult on a glitchless screen, begging his long gamers for more ching ching. Oh, Rando, the king of the blame, running his mouth and calling folks names. He acts real tough with the chat logs on, but his loyal gamers are losing control, blaming the world for his fate and fame. Oh, Rando, it's a mental game. It's a mental game. He flexes and struts, such a JFK show-off. JBU, Kevin, Jimmy, Jack, even though Randall is just a failed rapper in a housing block row-off. Randall wants a big house with a shiny new door, so he asks for donations from the Long Gamer store. Says he's a guru, a master of none, just a 50-year-old whose rapping is done. Oh, Randall, the king of the blame, running his mouth and calling folks names. the store